Hello friends, welcome to our channel Brain Alive. In this video, we will discuss the inversion mode operation of the MOS capacitor. We know that middle portion of the MOSFET is known as MOS capacitor. Here it is drawn. It is drawn vertically here. We have drawn here it horizontally. This is the gate terminal. This is the metal side. This is oxide layer, and this is the substrate or the bulk side. If we apply a voltage that is greater than the threshold voltage at the gate, this MOS capacitor will work in the inversion mode. If the voltage is less than this threshold voltage, this will be in the depletion mode. In the depletion mode, there will be only this depletion region, means only the acceptor ions will be there. There are immobile ions. But if the voltage at the gate is greater than this threshold voltage, there will be the accumulation of negative charges, means the electron. So if the voltage is greater than this threshold voltage, the positive charges of the metal will be so high that they will attract the minority charge carriers. In minority charge carriers in this p-type substrates are the electrons. So they will attract the electrons near this silicon dioxide layer. So there will be accumulation of the negative charges, means electron, near this interface. So we can say this threshold voltage is that voltage at which there will be accumulation of these charges. Threshold is often defined as a condition when the surface electron concentration Ns is equals to the bulk doping concentration Na. Actually, the concentration of electron near this surface, means near this silicon dioxide interface, is equal to the concentration of donor atoms in the bulk, this side. Accumulation of these electrons near this interface convert the p-type substrate into the n-type substrate. So near this region, near this interface, the semiconductor is converted into the n-type semiconductor, or we can say it is inverted into a n-type semiconductor. That's why the name is inversion mode. So in inversion mode, there will be electrons or the negative charges along with these immobile acceptor ions. Now we'll see the charge density diagram of the inversion mode. This diagram shows the charge density of the inversion mode. Here this side shows the metal side, and this middle side shows the oxide, and this side from here to this side shows the substrate side, and this x is the distance from the silicon dioxide interface, means this interface. Now this shows the positive charge in the metal, this charge, and this W from here to here. This shows the width of the depletion layer, means this immobile acceptor ions, and these electrons are shown by this box, negative charges. Now these electrons are the counter charges for these positive charges. So the capacitor formed by the inversion layer will be like a conventional capacitor formed by this oxide layer. So the capacitor in this case will be shown by this diagram. So the capacitor is due to this oxide layer. This is given by COX equals to epsilon naught area, this is the overlapping area, upon thickness of this oxide layer. Now we'll see the capacitance voltage curve or the CV curve of MOS capacitor in inversion mode. This is the accumulation mode up to the flat band voltage. This is explained in last to last video, and this region from flat band to threshold voltage is in depletion mode of the MOS capacitor. This is explained in last video, and this region above, when the voltage at the gate voltage is above this threshold voltage, the capacitor enters into the inversion mode. When the frequency of the gate voltage is high, the MOS capacitor shows the minimum value, and when the frequency of this voltage is low, the MOS capacitor shows the maximum value. So this region shows the MOS capacitor in inversion mode. Now we'll discuss the energy band diagram for the inversion mode. This left side shows the band diagram for the metal, and this shows for the oxide layer, and this right side shows the band diagram for the substrate. The line in black shows the flat band diagram, and from this flat band diagram we will derive the band diagram for the inversion mode. This red line shows the band diagram for the inversion mode. When we apply a voltage at the gate that is greater than the threshold voltage, the band diagram for the metal side shift downward. So the Fermi level of metal side shift downward. Due to the application of high gate voltage, high gate positive voltage greater than the threshold voltage, there will be accumulation of the electrons near the interface of silicon dioxide. We can see it here. When we apply this high voltage greater than threshold voltage, there will be accumulation of minority charge carriers, means electron, near the surface or this interface. So this p-type semiconductor is converted into the n-type semiconductor near this interface. Due to this, the bands of the substrate sides moves downward at the interface. We know for n-type semiconductor, the Fermi level is near the conduction band, and for n-type semiconductor, the Fermi level is near the valence band. As in our case, the substrate is of p-type, so the Fermi level is near the valence band. But near this interface, the semiconductor is converted into the n-type semiconductor due to the accumulation of negative charge carriers. So near this interface, the Fermi level will be near the conduction band. So the conduction band moves downward and comes near the Fermi level at the interface, and also the valence band move away from this Fermi level. So near the interface, the band diagram is like the band diagram of the n-type semiconductor. The amount of band bending is given by this Q times phi s. This phi s is the surface potential or the voltage drop in the silicon. This phi s is given by difference between the intrinsic energy at the bulk and intrinsic energy at the surface. So this is given by, this is equals to 2 times phi b. This phi b is the bulk potential. This bulk potential is given on 1 upon Q times difference between intrinsic energy and the Fermi energy, means difference between these two energies. And it is the doping concentration of the semiconductor, and it is given by kT upon Q times natural log of donor or the atom acceptor atom concentration upon intrinsic concentration. And this phi s means surface potential is given by 1 upon Q times intrinsic energy at the bulk minus intrinsic energy at the surface, means difference between intrinsic energy here at the bulk and the intrinsic energy at the surface. Using this formula, we can find out the gate voltage which is required to enter the MOS capacitor into the inversion mode. It is equals to flat band voltage plus 2 times phi b, means bulk potential, plus the voltage drop across the oxide layer. This is given by Q times acceptor atom concentration multiplied 2 times epsilon Si. This is the property of the silicon, multiplied 2 times phi b upon oxide capacitance. I hope you understand the theory behind the inversion mode of the MOS capacitor. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching the video.